It's now time for you to meet the board members. Welcome, and thank you for joining us on Meet the Board Members, where we seek to get up close and personal with the persons who sit on the Jamaica Society for the Blind's Board of Directors. Now, today's guest is...
My name is Germaine Barrett and I'm a member of the Jamaica Society for the Blind Board of Directors. I found out about the JSB based on some advice, some information that I got from a former director of the board who was a lecturer of mine at the University of Technology, Jamaica. So having gotten blind, I would have been a go-to person who conducted some lessons for his class. When I told him about the depression and challenges that I was going through, he recommended that first of all, he put me in touch with the board chairman, and we had a conversation, and then it led to me coming in here, meeting the fabulous people at JSB, and ultimately, the rest is history. I attended the Great Cornwall College. I am first and foremost a debate administrator. I run an organization called the Jamaican Association for Debating and Empowerment, which promotes debating across the island, particularly in schools and amongst persons, both in Jamaica and overseas. Also, I have lectured at the University of Technology and still coach debating there. And I'm a talk show host or radio host on News Talk 93 FM with the program Straight Up. So, as I stated at the annual general meeting when I was elected, I have committed and remain committed to that commitment, which is really to help blind and visually impaired persons to become empowered, to become effective communicators and contributors to society, to become advocates for their own causes. I'm also concerned that the JSB currently does not have much of a presence in other parts of the island, that's Western Jamaica and Central Jamaica. And so through my work on the board, I'm going to be exploring avenues through which I can assist with building capacity and reach for the Jamaica Society for the Blind across Jamaica. Before coming to the Jamaica Society for the Blind, I thought that blind persons were persons who were generally unable to function adequately within the broader society. And so once you became blind, then you would have to just sort of resign yourself to a life that's diminished and with far less capabilities than you otherwise would have had. Now that I've become not just a member but a board member of the Jamaica Society for the Blind, I've come to realize that blindness is no limitation really, that there is an enormous amount of capacity that you can tap into as a blind person to become as close to normal as you possibly can. Right now, for example, I just came from the computer classes, and that is helping me to understand how to use the computer as a blind person to regain my functionality. I'm also appreciating that the Society for the Blind, they're helping blind people to recognize that they can do everything. They can cook, they can iron, they can wash, they can do everything like normal persons. And it's intriguing, it's amazing, and I'm looking forward to become a part of that group of persons who are truly empowered to be their best selves. I believe that the Jamaica Society for the Blind offers invaluable service, and it really is sad that we do have more capacity to have greater reach and greater impact. I'm originally from Western Jamaica, and I tell you, if I were in Western Jamaica, that's in St. James now, as a blind person, chances are I would have to be sitting in a corner somewhere waiting on my soup and porridge, and that would be the full extent of my life. Now that I've become acquainted with the Jamaica Society for the Blind, I'm realizing that the society not only does enormous and invaluable work to serve the community, but the service is the scope of work is far greater than the capacity of the organization. And so I'm really burning to see the impact of the organization expanded tremendously through having more sites for the JSB across the island, and ultimately serving more persons who are in need of what it is that the society has to offer. So for the service to our clientele to be improved, it first of all must be known. It must whatever the JSB has to offer must be known by persons across the respective communities that it serves. And I think that many blind persons are completely unaware that the JSB exists, or they may know of the name JSB but aren't aware as to the myriad and the different kinds of services that are offered. So I'm thinking that the JSB should focus a lot more on promoting itself through traditional and social media networks, so that people can become aware and also can contribute. Not just contribute first of all financially and in other material ways to the enhancement of its capacity to impact the lives of persons who are in such desperate need of what it is that we have to offer. How do I relax after a hard day of work? Well, I relax in a very odd way. I love to listen to YouTube videos, documentaries, and just informative material. I love music, so I listen to music sometimes late at night. Having gone to bed at probably about 11 o'clock, I wake up at say 2 or 3 a.m. and I'm listening to some really good music. I love to interact with friends and family members. And yes, I like to interact with people generally, and that's what I do for fun. Do I love music? Absolutely yes. Who is my favorite artist? It depends on the genre and it depends on the mood. So I love reggae music, for example. I love Christopher Martin. I love Romy and Virgo. I love music that has soul and impact. I love R&B. I don't love rap music too much, but I listen to a few. I love music that is conscious and conscientious. So I'm not much of a foodie, regrettably, and it probably shows. But I love pork. I love curry goat. I love chicken, fish. I love meats generally, and by way of staples, I love ground provisions. I love, you know what Jamaican people call food. I love food. By food I don't mean rice. I mean, yeah, I eat rice and so forth, but I love my yam. I love my dasheen. I love my cocoa. I love ground provision. Yes, and I love a good curry chicken with pepper and nice spicy foods. Yes. The first time I came to the JSB, I was just being pulled out of what I consider to be deep depression and sadness, and I met persons like Damian Rose and the chairman and a few other members of staff, and I was first of all blown away at just the kind of high positivity and energy that was displayed towards me. The sense of customer service, people like Mrs. Brathwaite, incredible people they are, and I think that JSB doesn't get enough commendations for the hard-working, dedicated staff members who recognize that you're serving a clientele that oftentimes have given up on life, but you are there to restore that kind of energy, that vim, vigor and vitality, as a famous politician said. So the encouragement to persons listening and hearing my voice right now is, if you're going through vision loss or blindness, don't give up. Do not give up. Know that there is life even after blindness. In fact, sometimes blindness is the start of the next chapter of your life. And how you get there, the JSB is going to be instrumental in helping you to see the way forward.
Thank you for listening, and join us next time on Meet the Board Members. This has been a production of the JSB Library.